Hi everybody, welcome. My name's Dave. Thanks for joining me, and tonight I'm going to make another video. This one is going to be a little bit more 4JX1 orientated. I'm going to talk about replacing injector and injector sleeve seals. Obviously I can't go down to the car and work on the car and show you this, so I'm just going to go through the practicality. I do have a couple of pictures. I do have a document that I will post on the Patreon page. Please like and subscribe. Consider joining Patreon. If not, buy me a cup of coffee, and if you can't do that, then I'm pleased that you could join us anyway. Thank you very much, and here we go. I'm going to read from the screen again. I apologise. So, injector sleeve seal replacement. So the procedure is such: disconnect your two battery cables, the negative cables. Loosen the radiator drain plug and remove approximately 5 litres of coolant from the radiator. Remove the turbo induction pipe. Remove the intercooler and the mounting brackets, and remove the high pressure oil feed pipe from the side of the rocker on the top of the H-pop, high pressure oil pump. When I say rocker, well, I mean the side of the cylinder head. Remove the injectors from the oil rail and remove the oil rail from the head, just because you need the space. Now here's a couple of notes. Injectors must be replaced in the same position, or recalibration with a Tech 2 will be required. And avoid oil entering through the injector holes into the cylinders where possible, or coolant or anything. Obtain the injector sleeve removal tool and orientate it so it will engage into the gallery holes within the sleeve. Now I've got a picture for you here of that. Push the sleeve removal tool into the sleeve until the prongs on the tool engage into the fuel gallery holes. Twist the tool and check for engagement. Install the tool's outer sleeve and hand tighten the nut. Pushing the pin to the centre of the removal tool, this ensures that the prongs stay engaged in the gallery holes, don't come out. Hold the flat on the threaded section of the tool with the wrench and turn the nut clockwise to remove the seal from the head. Remove the pin from the sleeve and use large pliers to compress the body of the tool to release the prongs from the sleeve. Don't press on the prongs directly, just push further up where they expose slightly. Now repeat this process for the 3 other injector sleeves remaining in the cylinder head. Clean the injector sleeve bores with a lint-free cloth wrapped around a soft material such as some wood. Prepare the new or old sleeves for refitting by applying L2 grease to the new seals. Now you may be replacing the sleeves, or you might be refitting old sleeves that have cleaned up. Whichever you're doing, make sure you apply L2 grease to the new seals. Thoroughly clean and use an old sleeve as a fitting tool. So if you've got an old sleeve, use that as the fitting tool. You can identify it by removing the old seals to keep it separate from the other ones. Now note, the installation sleeve will be used upside down to install the new refurbished sleeves. Sit the replacement sleeve into the head, loosely align the fuel gallery holes with the ports in the cylinder head. Locate the insertion tool, the injector sleeve, on top of the replacement sleeve and carefully tap it with a mallet until it is fully seated into the head. Check for the correct depth of the sleeve in the head, which is 15 millimeters. 15 millimeters. Do not go any further than this. Repeat this procedure for the 3 remaining sleeves. Now, you must remove any pooled coolant or oil in the cylinder by using a vacuum bleeder or a syringe. Insert the new copper packing into the injector sleeve. You can use an extraction tool pin to guide the copper packing into place. The copper seal must be cleaned to create a good seal in the sleeve. Inspect the copper seal in the sleeve to ensure it is installed correctly, which is basically make sure it's the right way up. Renew the injector seals and install them with the oil rail. Carefully insert the injectors into the sleeves so you do not disturb the copper seals or damage O-rings. Install the injector H-clamps and nuts and tighten them loosely. Tighten the injector oil rail bolts to the correct torque of 6.5 Newton meters. Tighten the H-clamp nuts to 30 Newton meters to seat the injectors. Loosen the H-clamp nuts and retighten them to 25 Newton meters. Tighten all of the oil rail bolts to 20 Newton meters. Reinstall all the other components in reverse of the removal. Ensure all electrical plugs, including the injector plugs and the injector harness, have their seals intact. You may want to lubricate them with a bit of O-ring lubricant or dielectric grease. When you restart the engine, it will take a little bit of time to build up oil pressure in the oil rail. And be careful with those rocker cover bolts because they will strip if you're not too careful. Okay, that's it. That's how to replace the seals. It's not a big job, it's not a hard job, it's just time consuming. About 2.5 hours to do all of those. Hopefully that's a bit more useful to you, and hopefully I'll see you on the next video.